March 11th, 2011. A normal day in Minamisoma, Japan. Families enjoying lunch, fishermen returning from the sea, children playing near the shore. Everything seemed peaceful. Then at 2:46 p.m., the ground began to shake. A 9.0 magnitude earthquake, one of the most powerful ever recorded, tore through Japan, shaking entire cities to their core. But the real horror was still coming. The ocean itself was retreating, gathering strength for something monstrous. A 40-foot wall of water, moving at nearly 500 miles per hour, was headed straight for the coast. And in the middle of it all was Hiromitsu Shinkawa, a man who had no idea he was about to face the fight of his life. The tsunami struck with unimaginable force. Entire towns were ripped apart in seconds. Hiromitsu and his wife were at home when the waves slammed into their neighborhood. Within seconds, the water rushed into their house, smashing windows and tearing walls apart. They climbed onto the roof, hoping to stay above the rising flood, but it was too late. Their home was ripped from its foundation, swallowed by the tsunami, and pulled out to sea. In the chaos, Hiromitsu lost sight of his wife. She disappeared beneath the waves and was gone. Now he was alone, stranded miles from shore, drifting further and further into the Pacific. The first night at sea was pure terror. The temperature dropped dangerously low, the wind howled, and Hiromitsu had nothing. No food, no fresh water, no way to call for help. With no land in sight, his only lifeline was the broken piece of his roof. If he let go, it was over. His biggest enemies? Hypothermia, dehydration, and despair. When daylight returned, Hiromitsu had drifted nearly 10 miles out to sea, but something far worse was waiting beneath the surface. Sharks. With so much wreckage in the ocean, predators were drawn to the area. Hiromitsu had to remain completely still, praying the sharks wouldn't notice him. Hours passed, the sun burned his skin, his lips cracked from dehydration, his body was growing weak. Then he saw it, a ship, a miracle. A Japanese Defense Force ship was on patrol, but would they see him? With the last of his strength, Hiromitsu waved a red cloth he had found floating nearby. Then the unthinkable happened. The ship spotted him. After 2 days alone at sea, Hiromitsu was saved. But thousands of others were not so lucky. The 2011 Japan tsunami was one of the deadliest disasters in modern history. But in the face of tragedy, Hiromitsu's will to survive proved unstoppable. Now we ask you, Terry, what would you do if you were stranded at sea with nothing but a rooftop? Tell us your survival strategy in the comments below.